Hello, remember us? Happy New Year. It's the PHLY Eagles show. We've got the Duff Man. We've got the Professor. EJ is going to join us at some point. Lots to talk about as Tanner McKee gets ready for Sunday's big game. And we have the regular season finale of Swooper all coming up next. Stay with us. Welcome to the PHLY Eagles show live from the Xfinity studio. The first show of 2026 presented by Bet365 and Ashley. I'm Bo Wolf. Fran Duffy, the Professor Deniz is here. How's everybody doing? How was your New Year?
New Year was great. It was we had great football on. It was a fun few days for sure. How about you?
How was your newspaper slinging?
Oh, it was great. Yeah. I've got the lucky hat back. You know, it was undefeated in the playoff season last year. So here we go.
Extra. Read all about it. Here's the Eagles playoff scenarios.
I do enjoy this hat a lot.
Loopy Friday. How are we doing? EJ is going to be joining us in a little bit. He's at the Novacare complex now, talking to the players, just chatting it up, figuring out what's going on in the locker room, who's going to play, all that good stuff. We'll unpack that. We'll talk about what we expect, who we expect to see on Sunday. We'll get to Swooper, but let's start with the big takeaway presented by Xfinity. You know, could have been takeaway, could have been deal, could have been just something else, but this is the big takeaway presented by Xfinity. Professor, break down what is at stake on Sunday. Who might the Eagles be seeing in a week?
Yeah, so the current odds of who the Eagles will face in wildcard weekend, we can start with that, Lindsay. I think we have a graphic for this. As of now, and I'm using implied win probabilities based on money lines for this weekend. Right now, there's a 45% chance that the Eagles will host the Los Angeles Rams.
Now, this brings up an important pedantic argument that I had with EJ on the Anthony Gargano show this morning.
Okay.
He said it's most likely the Eagles will play the Rams. And I said, EJ, it is not most likely the Eagles will play. It is not
more likely that they don't than they do. Yeah, it's a plurality rather than a majority.
Yes.
Right.
It is more likely that they will not play the Rams.
That's true, if those are the two options. Now, of the three things that can happen, the most likely is that they play the Rams. So it depends on which you mean.
You have
How long did this go on for?
Frame the sentence. You say the Rams are their most likely opponent, but they're not likely to play the Rams.
Every philosophy class I took in college, I felt like came down to this kind of like, what's your definition? Like every single thing would be like a debate for weeks and weeks, and it would be like, yeah, but like in the end, it would just come down to what's your definition. So this seems like an example.
Depends
of that.
on what the definition of is.
I'm sure it was enjoyable though. I'm sorry I missed that. I'll have to go back and watch.
How long did the back and forth last?
It was more that we kept going back to it.
Got it.
The second most likely thing is that it's the 49ers. That's a 29%. And for those of you wondering, why are the Rams more likely than the 49ers? These are obviously the two cases where the Eagles don't get the 2 seed. It's because for it to be the Rams, it requires either the 49ers to win tomorrow night against Seattle or for the Rams to lose, on Sunday. Either of those means the Rams drop to the 6.
Right.
The only way the 49ers can be the 6 is if they lose and the Rams win.
Right.
So because that's two things that need to happen, it's less likely that happens.
But even though these are narrow point spreads, chalk. If all the favorites win, it would be the Niners coming here.
Yes, but because it's two things that would have to happen. Yeah, Seattle winning. Seattle is still favored to win that game in San Francisco. The Rams have the benefit, which the Eagles don't have, of knowing whether their game matters. Like they're going to get to wait and watch and see if San Francisco loses, and if San Francisco loses,
a real benefit.
Look, the first time I was ever on Birds with Friends, if you remember, the first rant I ever had.
I promise you, I
on
don't
the
remember.
air was about You'll remember when I tell you the Saturday doubleheader and the competitive advantage issues that come with pre-committing to having 2 games on Saturday.
Yeah.
that all the Sunday teams get to watch and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's very hard to find 2 games that aren't going to then impact the Sunday games. And here the Rams benefit a lot from getting to sit back and watch and be like, oh, our game doesn't mean anything? Let's rest our starters.
Yeah.
Nick Sirianni would love that if the Bears played Saturday, right? He would love that. But instead, the Rams get that advantage. I get it. It's just going to happen. But because if Seattle loses, then the Rams are locked into the 6.
They're locked into the 6.
Because Seattle can't fall to the 6, and then the Rams have nothing to play for. When we talk about the Eagles resting starters, this is a factor, right? Because if you play Green Bay, you know they're going to be rested. They're not playing for anything.
Yeah.
And there's a decent chance that the Rams will be rested as well.
True.
Like the main scenario in which
yeah.
you're playing against a team that isn't rested is if it's San Francisco.
Yeah.
So, and that's that's one of the less likely ones.
It goes to the Nick Sirianni quote though, where he said, I can't guarantee the 2 seed, but I can guarantee rest.
And we're
That
absolutely
makes
gonna,
sense.
I'm absolutely gonna go through like to what degree he can't guarantee the 2 seed in a second.
The other famous quote, of course, being, "Oh, they were talking a lot of Buffalo. Not so much now.
Not
so much now.
Not so much anymore is what it was. Now, 26% chance the Eagles do get the 2 seed. I like how I've been trying to say 3 numbers and it's here we are. I've just said the third one. 26% chance of it being Green Bay. Would you agree that that's the least likely of the 3?
I would agree with that. Yes.
Okay. And that, of course, involves the Eagles winning and the Bears losing. So the Bears, as of now, are given a 60% chance of beating the Lions, if you believe the money line.
Yeah.
And so that is basically the percentage chance that the Eagles game just doesn't matter at all. So we can talk about the kind of like the pros and cons of resting players. We can do it now, or we can do it later.
Let's get into it. Okay. Well, let's wrap up the big takeaway presented by Xfinity. Thank you very much to our lovely, handsome partners at Xfinity. Okay, let's get into the classy,
Of course.
fetching, intelligent.
Just want to make sure you don't get fanfished.
Yeah. I mean, the Dick Clark thing was, couldn't believe that happened.
I literally almost broke me as I was listening to that one for the first time.
You were invited to Dick Clark's house?
Sure was. He wanted to have a rocking time watching the game.
This was this year? Okay. I guess it's better than...
You have to realize...
It used to be like children's houses.
Listening to him do that live while I'm trying to be quiet so that he could do it without me. Like, I'm just sitting here almost lost in 3 separate times during that read.
One take.
I mean... Okay. I'm going to put on my paperboy hat here.
Okay.
I'm going to put on my economics professor hat,
Paperboy.
which I don't
All
usually
about
do
that
on the
paperboy.
show. I don't usually do like economics, expected utility, probability. But that's kind of what this is, right?
It's too bad, 'cause that's
Eagles.
what we get the views.
The Eagles are, yeah, that's right. All the clicks. I'll try to keep it simple, okay? Like I said, the money line suggests that Chicago has a 60% chance of winning this game against Detroit. In that scenario, the Eagles game means nothing, right?
Right.
That means there's a 40% chance it means something. And now the question is, what does it mean, right? Well, it means you can get the 2 seed by winning. In the wild card round, that means that there's a 40% chance that winning this game lets you play Green Bay instead of playing San Francisco or the Rams. So in the wild card round, that's the benefit of winning the game. In the divisional round, it could mean that you get a home game. However, here's the thing. If you're the 2 seed, you get the home game for sure, if you're there. But if you're the 3 seed, you can also get the home game.
Correct.
So what you have to do is you have to do the probability difference between getting the home game as the 2 seed versus getting it as the 3 seed. How would you get it as the 3 seed? The Bears could lose to Green Bay. Like the Bears could be the 2 seed and lose to Green Bay.
Right.
And so you kind of have to subtract like 100% if you're the 2 seed, you get a home game in the second round. What are the odds the Bears would lose to Green Bay? I'm guessing the money line would say it's going to be like 35, 40. Let's call it 40 just to be clean with the math. That means that you're improving your odds of getting a home game in that round by 60%. And that is only conditional on the 40% that the game matters at all.
Right.
So you multiply those two together, about 25% chance that winning this game will help you get a home game in the second round.
Right. And
So
it makes
now-
no difference in the championship game.
None at all. And that's
None at
something
all.
that a lot of people have said.
Yes.
Like, good chance the 2 seed would host
Correct.
the championship game. Exactly the same as the 3 seed hosting
Exactly.
the championship game, because the 2 and the 3 can't play each other
Correct.
in the championship game. So you get a home game if
Right.
the 1 seed loses. That has nothing to do with whether you're
Right.
the 2 or the 3. So that's something I've heard that like is just wrong. Like it
Correct.
doesn't conditional on you being there. Nothing to do with whether you're the 2 or the 3
Right.
or you're at home. So the benefit of winning this game expires before the championship round. It's just the first 2 rounds. Now, we have 40% chance of helping the first round by having a better, easier opponent, 25% chance of helping the second round, which then brings us to how much win probability do you sacrifice by resting the starters?
Right.
Right now, the Eagles are still favored to win this game. Okay, they just announced Laramie Tunsil is out, Marcus
Sure.
Mariota's out. They're probably tanking.
A team that is incentivized to lose.
Exactly. And so the Eagles are given right now a 65% chance to win the game by the money line. You then have to ask, how much would that have been if
Right.
the starters had been playing? Earlier in the week, it was 75%, but that wasn't with the knowledge that it was going to be the starters.
Right. So you could theory 80.
You can squint and call it maybe 85 even.
Yeah.
Let's be generous and call it 85. So you're sacrificing a 20% win probability by resting people. So those earlier numbers, the 40% and the 25%, you actually have to multiply that by 20% to get to the actual amount you're sacrificing your playoff situation. So the Eagles are basically sacrificing an 8%. They're lowering their odds of playing Green Bay by 8% by resting people. They're lowering their odds of a second round home game by 5%. Those are pretty small numbers. Like, and as Nick said today, 100% chance that you get to rest when you choose to rest. And so the question becomes, how much does playing Green Bay, how much is it worth to you? And now multiply it by 8%. How much does having a home game in the second round, how much is that worth to you? Multiply that by 5%. Add them together. Is that bigger than the advantage of resting? And I would say that they made the right decision.
So would I.
Now, do I think they like sat down and did all? I'm sure the analytics team.
Well,
did
my
all
question,
this.
one of my questions is, do you think that is how it was explained to Nick, or do you think it was,
I
hey,
think-
Nick, do you remember when you went to the Super Bowl, you had a week of
Yeah.
rest both those times?
Yeah.
Let's just do that again.
I was just gonna say, like, I think that this is how it was probably explained to Nick, Howie, and Jeffrey all together. Howie and Jeffrey probably took it to heart to some degree. Nick, based on what he said today, I think was given this understanding that, like, look, you don't guarantee the 2 seed, but you do guarantee the rest.
Yes.
The percentages aren't, maybe like didn't like register, but yeah, is Nick just saying I won the Super Bowl last year and AJ Brown got hurt 2 years ago? Like very anecdotal?
Right, maybe.
Maybe, but like those anecdotes bring you to the same place that this analysis does. So I am surprised, by the way, that it was this clear to me that resting was the better decision. Like, I did not come into this exercise. Like, when I sat down with these numbers earlier in the week, like, I thought it would be closer. I thought it would be
It took
like,
you longer to get to the same conclusion that we had on Tuesdays.
well, you know how much I care about seeding and playoff seeding, and I
Yeah,
spend all my time figuring
I
it out.
know.
And it's like the whole regular season is for a
Yes.
seed. So as soon as you tell me like a seed is on the line, like I would be like play normally. But because the odds of it making a difference are so small, and because you're playing against a team that's incentivized to lose and you're probably going to win anyway, it makes it so that the rest does seem like the better idea. Especially when you watch the film of like Landon and Cam, and like they look like they just came out of a hospital on every snap. Like, it's like maybe that week of rest will actually help them.
It comes down to like what I don't think they're scared of going to Chicago. I mean, you would rather have that game be at home.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
think if the 2 seed, like if the Rams were the 2 seed,
Right.
I think they might approach it differently.
I agree. Now, this is one of those too where, like, yeah, when you look at like the benefit in the second round, it shouldn't be as simple as home versus away,
Right.
Because there's even a world. It's not every scenario, but there's a scenario where the quote unquote benefit you get in the second round is like hosting the Rams instead of going to Chicago,
Right.
And a lot of people would argue those
Right.
are like equally difficult games.
Right,
Like, like, so you might not even be getting an easier game.
Right.
Obviously, you want to be at home. As a fan, I want to be at home. I want to be at the stadium. But like, if the away game is at Chicago and the home game is against like Rams or Seattle or whatever, because that home game in one scenario would be like the 4-5 winner that you're hosting, right? Depending on what happens in the other game. So yeah, absolutely, I agree. It's one of those weird years where like there isn't a game that you're like really trying to avoid in the path. So
Okay.
yeah, so I think they made the right decision is the bottom line. And I haven't heard too much pushback on that, right? Like
No,
there
I
aren't
don't think
that
so.
many people around the town who are saying like they should be playing.
Yeah, I think you made the hospital joke, but I think everybody's been watching them. They're like, they could use the rest.
I think it's between that, the A.J. Brown, and then the logical approach that you took. Like, there's enough angles that you can look at the situation and say, yeah, it makes sense for them to rest.
Yeah. Now, if they lose the game by 1 point and the Bears lose, like people will say in hindsight, like, oh man, it would have been nice to play. But that's silly. That's like saying after you fail on 4th and 1 that you should have punted. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're not gonna play that game. So.
All right, let's use that opportunity to take a quick break here on the PHLY Eagles podcast. On the other side, a little film discussion. The professor has some questions for the Duff Man, and we'll keep it rolling, talking Birds Commanders. Elkins Chevrolet is run by 3 brothers. It's right there in the name. Kin, K-I-N, Elkin, Kins. And guess what? When you go to Elkins Chevrolet, they're going to treat you like family too. What do they have at Elkins Chevrolet? Well, they've got a big inventory of Chevy trucks and SUVs, and there's no better time to grab one at a price that won't last. Whether it's getting to the game, to work, or hitting the holiday road, you will roll into the new year in the perfect ride at the perfect price. Elkins Chevrolet, real brothers, real deals. And here it comes. A whole lot of honking good service. Elkins Chevrolet, Route 73 South in Marlton, New Jersey. This holiday season, they're making sure you get a deal that will feel just as good as a win. Maybe a playoff win. Shop now at elkinschevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. They pioneered live in-game betting and have 90 million users worldwide. Bet365 live streams 780,000 events each year and offers the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting across 78 sports each year, with early payout offers across the NBA and NHL. They've got plenty of offers for each day of the week, including the SGP Sundays offer. You place qualifying parlay bets totaling $20 or more on Sunday's NFL games and get up to $25 in bonus bets. T's and C's apply. Download the app and use code PHLY365 when you sign up. And we've also got some breaking news from Bet365. New customers are now getting $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Once again, sign up and use the code PHLY365 for that offer. You must be 21 and physically located in Pennsylvania. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back in the PHLY Eagles podcast, a 3-hander that will eventually morph into a 4-hander. How you guys doing? Professor, you got some film questions.
Yeah. Real quick before that, because we're talking about scenarios.
You host the show.
Well, a lot of people have been asking me. I don't know, like they're asking me because I'm the playoff scenario guy. I guess like when are the Eagles going to play? Like what time is the game going to be? Because my nephew's party is Sunday, stuff like that.
I had a friend texting me earlier today. Who wants to plan her daughter's birthday party?
There you go. One thing to consider is that the NFL chose 2 Saturday NFC games for Week 18, and ESPN is almost surely going to choose the AFC 4-5 game for Monday Night Football, which makes me think that it might be 2 NFC games on Saturday, the way that it was 2 AFC games last year. But someone pointed out, I didn't realize this, someone pointed out the Flyers play at home Saturday night at 7, which means that if they don't want a conflict with the Flyers, the Eagles just flat out can't play Saturday, like at either time, 4:30 or 8. And so that means the Eagles would play Sunday, and then it could be, once it's Sunday, it could be any time on Sunday, right? Like, so that's kind of where.
What are the window?
where we are with
Does
that.
it do Fox and CBS have 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock?
So
or is it,
the last
is that able
3
to move?
years, Fox has had the 4:30 game on Wild Card weekend, and CBS has had it on Divisional weekend.
Okay.
I don't know if that's like a long-term contract thing, or if it's like something that just happened to be that way the last 3 years, or maybe they like each year they decide based on the teams like how it's going to be. But my guess is there will only be 1 NFC game on Sunday. But I also guess that'll be the Eagles right now, unless they
and you would
try
imagine
to move the Flyers game or something. But like I don't think they'll do that.
Do you think that the teams playing this Saturday will automatically be slotted into so they don't have an extra day of rest, or will the NFL?
Well, they couldn't be if they're playing the Eagles, right? Like if it's San Francisco,
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Flyers.
I'm pretty
really
sure
that worried about the Flyers.
Don't you get the sense it's such a mess down there, even without the Flyers for Eagles games?
They've had Phillies playoff games
exactly.
and
Not
Eagles
at the same
games
time.
I think they have.
No, it's always been Eagles at 1.
They had a soccer game at the Phillies playoff and Flyers preseason.
Oh, okay, interesting. Well,
I don't think they were supposed to do that, but
they've never had Eagles and Phillies playoffs overlap. It's been 1:00 Eagles, night Phillies.
Okay.
Because I've been to both. Like there have been times where I went to both games. Like there was enough time in between. So yeah. Took 2 outfits down there. It was nice. World Series against.
So
the
if you had water gun to your nipple, you would guess.
I'd guess Sunday 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely.
There we go.
All right. What are your film questions? Fran has been sitting here in the,
Yeah,
wide
seriously.
open in the corner all game long. We haven't passed on the ball.
Oh, I mean, look, I gotta let Wharton boy do his thing.
Better than Paperboy. I guess. Is it though? Not really. No, it's actually not. All right. So, Fran, I heard you on Monday's show talking about how upset you were about the film here and how this kind of shows that there was no reason to be encouraged from the week before.
Here he comes, stumping for the offense.
Well, no, I mean, this was a terrible, terrible performance by the offense. There were some positives in the first half, and that I'm wondering. I wanted to ask you about those, like whether you thought that these were positives, and whether you think that like these maybe you can take something out of because they were different than the Washington ones.
So here's the thing.
Right.
The difference between the Washington ones and then this game plus the previous two, that was my reason for being upset last week.
Okay. You like consistency.
Yes.
They haven't committed to anything.
They haven't committed to anything, and I think they
like the schizophrenia of
yes,
the yeah.
All right, so go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so I mean, you mentioned this on Monday as well, but just as a reminder to the audience, like the under center play action, right?
Yep.
For the record, I like under center play action. I've been calling for it for years, right? I just don't like it when they feel like they have to run the ball 7 times from under center first to get to it. So I thought it was actually a positive that they came out first play of the game.
First play of the game.
Yeah, under center play action. They ended up with 7 plays of under center play action in the game. Only 1 in the second half. Only 2 successful, but there's one where Jalen misses the throw. There's one where Jahan Dotson doesn't make the catch. Like
AJ, the one to AJ. Yep.
yeah, there's no like schematic problem with these under center play action plays. Like I thought that was good, so that was a positive.
Agree.
I also thought it was a positive that they had answers against Buffalo's blitzes and exchange pressures in this game. I counted in the first half, Buffalo blitzed 5 times, including 3 that involved exchanges. So they like blitzed 2 and dropped 1, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
All in the first half.
All late in the first half. Yep.
Eagles were 5 for 5 on those plays, 33 yards, a touchdown, 80% success rate. And the only unsuccessful one, they got closer on a field goal. And I think that was kind of their goal on that one. They turned a 51-yard field goal into a 47-yard field goal. So those were all...
Throw the parade.
I thought those were positives. Well, he made the field goal. Won the game by 1 point. Just saying. Now, segue to the second half. Mailata says...
29th in success rate, but shortened 1 field goal by 4 yards.
That's right.
Hang the banner.
I'm focusing on the positives here. We already know that the game ended with 15 consecutive unsuccessful plays, which is almost unbelievable. To end the regular season like that, by the way, for the starters. Like, how about that? And then you sit on that for 2 weeks. Segue to the second half. Mailata said Buffalo did a much better job of disguising where the blitz was coming from.
Yeah.
I always like listening to them talk about why things didn't go well. Jalen said they started playing a lot more man coverage on early downs.
Yeah.
Very funny that has
and the game
been
ends
effective against the Eagles this year.
Right.
And then the game ends with 15 consecutive unsuccessful plays. Again, like what a way for the starters to go into the playoffs. Now, Jalen's talking about there were 3 early down man coverage. There weren't that many dropbacks in the second half. There were only 8.
Right.
0 for 7 and a sack.
Yep.
That's bad, by the way. That's 0%.
Not good.
Success rate by the advanced metrics.
Numbers, boy.
Now, like there was a 1st and 10 on the first drive where they ran exactly the same play that he missed Devontae.
Yes,
I don't know if you remember
same
that one.
exact play out of 13
Exact
personnel.
same play,
Yes,
just the other
correct.
side of the field. Exact same one.
Yep.
And Devontae was open in that void in cover 2, and then it was man coverage, and so they couldn't
he
get
was all over it. Yep.
Have you noticed a pattern of they run a play that only works against one coverage, It doesn't really have any other answers. The only other route on the play is Dallas Goedert running a flat, which Jalen half-heartedly threw and almost got intercepted.
And this is the play for the people that watched at home that Brady called it out on the broadcast and said, like, yeah, usually when we run these kind of plays, like I like having more than one answer. He called that out on the broadcast and said, like, it's weird that you would call that. Because they stated max protection. Right. You had Devontae on like a deep. It was a seven. It's called a corner stop route where you're running a corner, except instead of keeping the route going to the sideline, you literally turn back. So it's like a corner with a hitch on the end of it. It goes back towards the quarterback. He was wide open, Devontae, the first time they ran it the first half. And
it was cover 2 the first time, and he found the void.
Yep, he found the void, and Jalen just put it into the dirt. So it was it was one of the rare bad throws from Jalen in the first half. So then they were like, oh, it's gonna be there next
Let's
time.
do the same thing again.
And this time they played man-to-man coverage, and they had a safety over top, so the corner was playing really tight coverage against it and just smothered the route.
Right. And do you from just watching this team this year, comparing to other teams, comparing to past years, do you think there's more of this, like guessing the coverage thing? Because like both Nick and Patullo have talked about this, where they're like, yeah, you know, you make an educated guess.
Yeah, like as if
it's like
the unscouted looks thing. It's like, you know, well, we called this play and it would have been successful if we got the coverage we thought we were going to get. Well, yeah, that's part of the job.
Yeah.
Design a play that has more than one answer.
And this also goes, I don't think anyone's asked Kevin about the pure progression thing. Like that was kind of going, going around the league, like, you know, the Kirk Cousins thing. Like this is a perfect example of that, right? Like calling plays that involve multiple options.
Well,
where you don't need to know the coverage.
Yes. And so that's the thing about it. And now on that individual play, it wouldn't have mattered because it's not like there were more progressions for it.
There's only 2 options, right?
So it's not like that would have helped on that play. But so there's 2 things here. There's the pure progression aspect of it, where yes, you call a concept, and it doesn't really matter what the coverage is because all right, you're going 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and you work your way through. I thought it was really interesting, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw this, but. Kurt Warner had put out basically, like, I think someone was actually responding to something that Greg Cosell said, where it was about talking about San Francisco and Brock Purdy. It was like, hey, like Brock Purdy has a really innate feel for eliminating quickly, like throws that aren't going to be there within the progression. And someone responded to it. I forget the analyst, and it was like, oh, well, that's not how pure progression works. You have to go 1 to 2. And it's like, no, that's not actually how it works. Like, yes, you can be a robot and say like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can operate within that concept like training wheels, where you say like, okay, yes, you have to go by the checklist. But if you are a quarterback that is able to kind of think like outside the box a little bit and quickly eliminate those plays, you can skip ahead from 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. Like, understand, like, hey, you know what? Like, the dig's not going to be there because of this coverage. They're playing one robber, so I have to go to this route instead, right? Like, you understand, like, okay, they're routes that are coming your way. So, yes, like, there is ability to kind of color outside the lines there when it comes to those pure progressions. But with the way that the Eagles typically have played, to your point, Bo, like, if they have this concept over here and this concept over there, in theory, that should be, oh, well, if they're running cover 2, we're going on this side. If they're running cover 3, then the answer is there. The problem is Jalen isn't always right with understanding like which way to go in those situations and making that correct pre-snap read. And so, and if you do guess wrong, now by the time he gets back over to the other side, that's timed out, and then you get into the scramble drill. So we've had that conversation. And so that's why, to me, like the pure progression reads are probably a little bit more beneficial. But then, there's positives and negatives to everything. But yeah, I would say they duplicate all they, they've always done that.
I trace out the routes again. Yeah, so sometimes I literally copy paste.
Yeah, they duplicate plays all the time. So that's not surprising.
Maybe a simpler example of the side thing, they ran a double screen again this game, similar to the one in Tampa, and I thought Jalen picked the wrong side again. Like he did the same thing in that one, where like he has the numbers to one side. That's got to be hard to do, but like that's part of what Kirk Cousins was saying was the Brock Purdy thing, right? He's like, you don't always have time to go 1 through 5.
No.
So the question becomes, is that this coaching staff's philosophy that's not the way they want to run things, or do they not think Jalen is capable of doing that?
Or does Jalen want to play? There's so many different iterations of that answer, because it could be Jalen wants to play this way. It could be that Sirianni, Patullo coaching staff wants to play this way. It could be that they think they have to play this way. Like there's a lot of different answers.
Which is part of why Sunday's game is so fascinating.
Well, because you've been waiting for this all year, Bo.
No, I haven't. But we listen.
How they call the game
all season long. Yeah. There has been the reported finger pointing behind the scenes. Who's at fault for the offense? This is Kevin Patullo and
It's their
Nick
chance to be
Sirianni's
like-
chance to make a case to the football world that this is the offense they would actually like to run.
Let's remember last year, the game meant nothing.
Yep.
They seem to have kind of planned like the first 15, and they did a bunch of under center play action, and Tanner McKee looked amazing. And then they kind of like went away from it later,
Right.
and it wasn't that
And
great.
I don't think that they are spending all of their waking hours on this week's game
But this
plan.
game could mean
Of course
something.
it
You
does.
could be playing for the 2 seed,
Of course it does.
especially. What if the Bears are down by 2 touchdowns and you're in the second half? You're not just going to be throwing away plays. Like, you're going to be trying to win the game. So, like, there's more of a chance that there's, like, a Tanner McKee.
Unless they're in a 2-minute drill, then they might say.
Well, I mean, then you got to make sure you don't give the ball
Third and
back
long,
to Josh
they might
Johnson.
throw-
I
they might
mean,
throw
you
that
don't.
play away.
Josh Johnson with 17 seconds at the end of the half, Fran. You can't give him. You can't give him that. But, like, yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It's an incredible natural experiment, and it's a very. We'll talk more with EJ about who's going to play in this game, but it's very fun that it's going to be the backups, but it's also possibly going to be for something, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a rare case where
he talked about that.
you have like real stakes. So yeah, that's kind of fun. Next man coverage one, Fran, that I wanted to ask you about, the slant flat. He throws the slant, almost gets intercepted to AJ. If you remember, Benford was kind of all over AJ on that one.
It's on the right side. Yeah,
That's one where you normally think like you got man coverage, like AJ Brown, he's going to win. It seemed like the flat was the better read. Is it disturbing that like teams can play man coverage and take away like those kinds of concepts like at this point?
A little.
That's supposed to be like
I
what
know,
the
that's-
Eagles are good at.
Right.
Like,
Well, and so that's if when they're playing man to man, and that's the thing. Like Christian Benford's a good corner, so this isn't like anti Christian Benford. At the end of the day, like what if you're getting man to man, like if that's AJ, like I kind of want AJ to win on those kind of situations. Now
Right.
there are some where it's like the other team's playing quarters, and the safety just reads this all the way and is able to, he triggers on the throw. Or there was the play against the Chargers where it was the curl route to Devontae where the corner just sees it the whole way. It's like, predictable. Like that to me is different than this one where it's man-to-man and AJ just didn't win. Like Benford beat him. And so those are...
And you
That-
can
that's a little
pause it
different
and
now.
say, well, the flat's open, but
Right.
that's probably not the right criticism of that play, right?
Yeah,
That's
let
not
me-
one where you say like,
here it is.
well, like AJ's pretty tightly covered, and the guy covering the flat's kind of picked by the slant.
Yep.
You should throw the flat. I mean, it's only going to get like 4 yards if you throw the flat.
I was fine with the slant throw and that.
Right.
I didn't have it. I'll put it this way. In my notes, I didn't put anything negative like, he should have thrown to the flat there.
Okay.
All right, let's take our second break. We'll come back, continue this conversation on the other side. I want to ask you, Fran, if you think there is a style of defense that would be best suited for the Eagles to play against in the playoffs. I'll let you think about that, and we'll answer it on the other side. Now, listen, we love all of our partners here at PHLY. But I'll tell you who I really love. Our friends at Bucci. Because we all know the feeling. You walk into a jewelry store to pick out something for your partner, and suddenly you're in over your head. You're thinking, what's the difference between all these diamonds? What if I don't like it? What if they don't like it? It can be stressful. That's where our friends at Bucci come in. Joe and Michelle, I mean, we're talking salt of the earth people. Love Joe and Michelle. And at Bucci's Jewelry and Design, they have been such a game changer. These guys make the whole process seamless. From the minute you walk in, they treat you like family. No pressure, no pushy sales vibe, just good people who love what they do. 30 plus years in the game, voted Philly's #1 jeweler year after year, and over 1,000 five-star reviews speak for themselves. So check them out today at BucciJewelers.com and tell them the guys at PHLY sent you. Bucci Jewelers, make it happen.
Whether your favorite team wins or not, there's always another way to win on the BetParx online casino app. Check out brand new casino games like Huff and More Puff and Fireblaze Sky Queen, a BetParx exclusive. The only app you ever need to play all your favorite casino games in the palm of your hand. Play blackjack, roulette, craps, poker, baccarat, and hot online slots like Cash Eruption, 88 Fortunes, and Cleopatra online slots. Play hot online slots based on your favorite streaming shows, Walking Dead, Squid Game, Breaking Bad, and Peaky Blinders, and all your favorite classic casino games from wherever you are. New users get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. Go to betparks.com and download the app right now and enjoy all the action and excitement from the casino at your fingertips. You must be 21 and in PA, New Jersey, Maryland, or Michigan for a BetParks. You love to play, you play to win, you bet BetParks. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Back on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Lindsay, you have a trivia question for us.
I do. Can you
I
name
love these.
which current NFL coach has more regular season rushing yards than Bo Jackson?
Wait.
They asked all the NFL coaches this on films, and they all struggled to get it.
Wait, which current NFL coach?
Has more
Head coach?
regular season rushing yards than Bo Jackson.
Wait, what?
Okay, well.
All right.
Oh, I got it. Or at least I have a guess.
You guys want to think about it more?
Can I guess?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
If you're there first.
Jim Harbaugh.
That
Yeah.
is correct.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Fantastic.
John Harbaugh did not get that.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Fantastic. Because he scrambled a lot, and
Yeah.
I knew there's no running backs, right?
Right.
Who are coaches. So there it is.
Nicely done.
That was a good one.
It's like the first time I've gotten one of these.
First one ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
I'll give you a little other trivia, pop
Okay.
culture trivia tied to football. Who was Tom Brady seen with on New Year's Eve?
Oh, God.
Really?
He was seen with a girl, a woman. She's of age. I don't even know if you guys know who
Like
this
Kim
is.
Jong-un's daughter?
Yeah, I'm gonna see some AI princess.
I think she's like 13, so.
I'm gonna say
I don't even know if you're gonna know who it is when I say the name.
Ivanka Trump.
No.
Eli Ricks would be very upset.
Do you guys know who Alex Earl is?
No,
No.
She's an influencer.
she's an influencer. Okay.
She was just dating Braxton Berrios. They just broke up.
Oh, I did see. I saw something about this. Like he was whining because he couldn't take football season off or something like that.
Because she was on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh yeah. He
I'm
couldn't
just trying to bring
support her
some
on
more
Dancing with
pop
the
culture,
Stars.
but tied to sports to the show. So there you go.
She rose to popularity posting "Get Ready with Me" videos on TikTok.
Is the one glove related to this?
So the one glove I think is definitely related to the telestrator.
The telestrator,
Yeah, I think that's-
because you can't
yeah.
use it with the.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but
But he could put it on.
he can put it on for the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he'd be flaunting his.
Wait, I just looked at
Condomless
the
hand.
comments and I just saw most annoying voice in the world and I was like, oh my God, are they talking about me? And then he said Alex Earl. I was like, I'll never talk again. Sorry.
Happy New Year, Lindsay.
All right. Did you think about my question?
Yeah.
Any style of defense that you think would be a better suited fit for the Eagles offense?
Stylistically, I would say the more static, the better.
Okay. Yeah.
Looking at the playoff field, there's really only one defense where I'm like, yeah, circle that one. That's like a definite, and it's here by itself, and that's San Francisco. That defense has been
Just
terrible.
bad,
It's
yeah.
just a bad defense, and they are a little bit more static than
Okay.
the other groups. I would say then you're probably saying Chicago is the next tier.
Okay.
But even then, Dennis Allen can get a little funky. But then after that, we talked about all right, some of the things that Jeff Hafley has done in the past, and I would imagine knowing that they don't have Parsons going into the postseason, they're going to have to get a little bit more creative there. The Rams have been very multiple with what they do.
Rams and
defensively.
Seahawks are the two that would they're going to be.
And Jeff
throwing out
Hafley's
some
been
stuff.
particularly good against the Eagles.
Yes.
It seems like
Yeah.
just the stuff that he does seems to have worked these last couple of games.
Yeah,
So-
I do think that defense is I thought that defense was on a little bit more of a hot run last year at this time as opposed to what they're showing on tape now. But yeah, I would say that schematically, philosophically, a little bit worrisome.
But your bet with the guy who was on with Dan Baker about Emmanuel Forbes, is that still up in the air right now based on Emmanuel Forbes' revitalization?
I don't
and
remember
the
what
fact
you're talking about.
that he is okay. All right. Well,
I mean, I remember I was famously correct about Emmanuel Forbes' future with the Commanders. In
with the
in
Commanders,
NFL,
but
yeah.
that wasn't just about the Commanders.
I still don't think he's good.
I think it's crazy though. Every time I watch, I'm like, how is Emmanuel Forbes the starter on this defense, which
Right.
is considered a top of the top quarter defense in the league. So,
Yeah.
all right, I was going to ask you about the run game.
Okay.
Second half, 7 runs,
Yep.
all different. The last 7 runs of the game. Okay, the first 2 were successful, but the last 7 runs all unsuccessful. 5 from under center. There's a mid zone run. Cam Jurgens can't block the one tech. There's a duo run where Landon and Goddard both get beat. There's a counter read with Calcaterra as the wrapper, which we know never goes well. He doesn't block anybody on the play as usual. There's a wham play with Goddard at fullback.
The backside 3 technique.
And you've talked about this before, Fran. I thought that was a great example where they motion A.J. Brown on the play. The linebackers bump. And then because of that bump, Landon Dickerson can't find his landmark. He can't find the guy he's supposed to block because he's already on the edge. The motion's going towards the side of the play. It just seemed badly designed to me. There's a crack toss with Goddard at fullback where he didn't want any part of Shaq Thompson on the block. And then there was a draw with an insert block where Cam whiffed again.
Yep.
Now this then leads to a bunch of 3rd and longs, and the 3rd and longs are disastrous. And we can talk about the hitches and all that then. But these run just the running game. Forget the way it's married to the the play action. What would you be advocating for in the playoffs? Considering that they tried just about everything in this game and nothing was working. I mean, we had zone runs here, we had gap scheme runs, none of them were working. What is the formula in the playoffs for and in this game they weren't doing the QB plus one stuff. So maybe that's just the formula.
Yeah.
But I was curious what you thought.
I think the QB run stuff definitely should be part of the formula. I do think because of my feelings on the under center play action and leaning into that realm, I think I want to lean more into the under center realm of runs. And so we're talking more duo. I think getting into some of the pin pull stuff, try and get Saquon out in space, get him away from the interior. I think that would probably be beneficial. That's where my head goes initially, is get some of the perimeter stuff, but then more importantly, especially leaning into the under center, and again, the QB run game from the gun. That's the thing we talked about on Monday was all right, if you're going into the offseason, you kind of Frankenstein some of the things that we've seen is, all right, maybe the identity is you have your under center and your under center play action vertical shot element. When you get into the gun, that's when you have the QB run, RPO, and then you also have your empty package, and that's enough to get you by the early downs, try and stay ahead of schedule or stay ahead of the sticks so it's not 3rd and long and you avoid that disastrous drop back pass game, and you just kind of go from there. I think that's probably the formula I try and build it out of. Okay,
yeah. So I think we agree there. And when you look at the first half of this game, there were a handful of successful runs, and most of them were the gun run, read stuff, even though they weren't necessarily really reading the guy, but they had that element to it. A couple of RPOs that they threw that were successful in the first half as well. Last thing, the 3rd downs were a disaster, right? 5 3rd downs in the second half, all 3rd and 6 or longer. 3 throwaways, a sack, and the incompletion to Devontae on the go ball. Lindsay, we have the graph of the hitches on early downs versus 3rd downs. And Fran, this is a great point you made earlier this year, where the Eagles famously run a lot of hitches. You can see on the left graph there, those are early downs. The Eagles run more hitches than anybody else. But there are some teams, Kellen Moore's team included, that are close to the Eagles.
It's crazy.
On 3rd down,
great job by Lindsay to put these side to side.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it side by side, it becomes clear that some teams philosophically, they might have plays on early downs that involve hitches, but on 3rd down, they have other answers, right? And the Eagles are just running an insane number of hitches on 3rd down, so much more than any other team, and also so much more than any other team in history.
They're running more on 3rd down than on 1st and 2nd down.
Right, and the league average is. It's about. Well, I mean, they're bringing up the average a lot, but it's funny how you mentioned this earlier, whoever's in charge of 3rd down, right? Isn't doing as good a job as whoever's in charge of the early downs. And this is something we just continue to see, right? Which brings us to stop. Maybe the only answer to this is don't get into 3rd and long.
Right.
But unfortunately, they're 32nd in the league in success rate on 2nd and long, right? As Bo was pointing out earlier this week, they're in 3rd and long so much.
Right.
And it's just bad news. I don't even know if I have a question on this one. It's just you just have to not be in 3rd and long somehow.
Yeah, I think that getting into 3rd and long is that's a tough spot for this team. Now, as the research that Bo did, it was like, they actually have like the 7th highest success rate in the NFL, 7th highest, right?
Yeah, but it's like 30. It's still 30%.
No question. You can't live
right.
that way. You cannot live that way. And honestly,
Right.
it takes me to like, I was getting into arguments with people early in the year, friends from around the league about like Baker. And it was like, like Baker's MVP candidate. I'm like, he's doing so much of this out of third, like a 3rd and long, and he's creating that like not sustainable.
Carson
like,
Wentz 2017.
He's not going to keep this up.
Yeah.
And turned into a pumpkin. Like it's hard to live that way in those high leverage spots.
Right. Yeah. No, totally.
All right. Let's take our final break. The man has arrived. Mr. Smith. Big Earn. He's here. He's going to talk about what he heard, what he learned from the locker room. Coming up next on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Shop best sellers at Ashley, where no matter what your holiday traditions are, you are always at home. Whether you're making an extra room with extendable dining tables so your family can make something delicious together, or creating a cozy space by rearranging their modular seating like the Alyssa Court Performance Fabric Sectional, Ashley's selection of adaptable furniture is here to help carry on your treasured traditions year after year and for years to come. Shop holiday deals and make lifelong memories with Ashley.
Do you guys remember when BG strip sacked Tom Brady for the first Philly Super Bowl ever? Well, now Brandon Graham is bringing us his Crooked T strip sack pack so we can all savor the flavor. What is the strip sack pack? Well, it's big, it's heavy, and it's juicy. It's the kind of pack you want to show off. You already know Crooked T is 0 sugar and all flavor, and the strip sack pack is stuffed with 24 cans and collectible trading cards by our friend Jordan Spector. Some cards are even signed by BG himself, and every case is packing heat. From the fridge to the tailgate, this is one sack you're going to be proud to display, so grab yours today at a store near you or on GoPuff. And for our guy BG, we have to send a shout out to the Philly area bars carrying Crooked T. Thank you to Sports and Social Allentown, Garage Fishtown, City Tap in Logan Square, and Wicked Wolf on Chestnut. Go check them all out for game day or a night out and tell them that PHLY Sports sent you.
Shop best sellers at Ashley, where no matter what your holiday traditions are, you're always at home. So whatever you got planned for New Year's, Ashley is going to hook you up. You can create a cozy space by rearranging their modular seating, or you could make some extra room with an extendable dining table. Ashley's got you covered. Ashley's selection of adaptable furniture is here to help carry on your treasured traditions year after year and for years to come. Shop holiday deals and make lifelong memories with Ashley. All right, we're back on the PHLY Eagles podcast. The man is here, the man who is packing heat with a sack to display. EJ Smith, how are you?
I'm doing well. I was doing better before I walked in here. No, I'm doing well. Got some like minor updates.
Let's hear them.
I mean, now I can weave them in if you want.
We've been waiting for this segment, so let's get to it.
We heard from Nick Sirianni.
Okay.
Who, this is the first time we heard from Nick since like they actually made the decision to rest most of their starters, and
He pretty much told you the decision on Monday.
yeah, he made it pretty clear what he wanted. But yeah, he still talked about like the opportunity to manufacture a bye week for the team. And the thing that stood out to me is like he said that he can guarantee that he can get these guys rest. He can't guarantee that they'll actually be playing for the 2 seed, which I thought made sense. He didn't rule out scoreboard watching, which I thought was interesting. Now he said that the around the NFL scoreboard is in his periphery all the time because he's watching replays on that scoreboard. But I did find that interesting. Like I guess there is a scenario where maybe they really like play.
So who are the guys who you think are like on the edge of gonna play, but maybe don't have to play much if the game doesn't matter? Yeah,
it's a good question. I feel like Jahan Campbell is someone who stands out to me. I know we disagreed about this on the morning show. I feel like Jahan Campbell's rested a lot this season. I feel like if you can get him reps, you should get him reps. You disagree?
I disagree. Yeah, I think to me like this should be Smile Munden and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. like most of the game, and then Jahan's the first guy.
But I think Jahan Campbell has to play on the edge.
That's what
they don't have enough edge rushers.
And you're saying Jalix won't play then?
No, Jalix has to play too. They don't. Josh Uche is the only guy.
Okay.
They don't have anyone who they can elevate unless they make a move, unless they cut AJ Dillon.
I just like that more than
Patrick Johnson is out of elevations.
Truly, I cannot understand why they would have AJ Dillon on the roster this week. They have to. They need guys that bring Patrick Johnson up.
It's crazy, like
because they're going to want him to play special teams.
If
in the
Brandon
playoffs
Graham's
anyway.
not going to play, Jay Luxon isn't going to play.
I'm not sure.
Nolan
BG's
Smith,
probably going to have to.
but how much?
But
How much? He's not
He
going to
has
play
to play.
50 snaps,
Right.
So you need a second. Like
I'd be-
Josh Uche is currently the only guy who hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
Who's an edge rusher who can play. Because Patrick Johnson is out of elevations, and there are no other. Now that they cut Titus Leo, there are
cannot
no
believe
edge
they cut
rushers on the
Titus
practice
Leo.
squad.
Yeah. I cannot believe they cut Titus Leo. Is not a sentence I expected to hear this.
Titus Leo, by the way, is now up to 6 transactions on the season, 1 behind Eli Ricks. If he comes back, he and Eli Ricks will be tied at the top.
Eli Ricks had a nice New Year's post on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, I mean he was just in New York. He was in New York for New Year's, and I mean
Is he on
What
a
was
team?
nice about the post?
I don't believe so. He just he has an aesthetic. Like he definitely he's like I think he's like a wannabe model. Not that sounds mean. You know what I mean though. Like
Wow.
when you look at his pictures, like it's clear he's like trying to be a model. Like
Wow.
I don't know.
All
So
right.
did he reflect on the best moments of his year?
No, he didn't. He was
I can
just
think of what number 1 would be.
you guys. A lot of Ivanka references on the show today. No, I mean, like, yeah, he's definitely trying on Instagram. I thought it was a nice post. You know, nice clothes.
Ivanka,
walking
have a
around
great year this year.
Yeah, maybe the post was for Ivanka.
He got the signed note from her, right?
Ivanka, have a great 2026.
Did I do this? Has it been
Ivanka,
like
to
this the whole
suck your
show?
blood.
I thought
So, updates from the Novacare complex.
Who's going to play offensive line?
Was it like this before I got here? Too?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
just making sure.
Maybe
it
not
wasn't.
No,
quite to
it
this.
wasn't.
Not quite to this degree.
You've had a long day. I'll give it to you. It's a loopy Friday. Who's going to play offensive line? It's a good question. I feel like I've come around on this too. I think you will see Tyler Steen. I think you'll see Fred Johnson at left tackle.
Okay.
And then
Matt Pryor.
Yeah, Matt Pryor probably at right tackle.
And
So
then
Cameron Williams is going to
Toth
just be a backup? They put him on the
and
active
Kendall.
roster to be a backup?
Maybe these
Well,
are the
someone
types
has to
of-
be a backup, right? Because if one
Right.
guy goes
Steen a
down, you're
backup.
not going to you don't want to put Mailata in there.
They just don't have a lot of depth on the offensive line this
Right.
year. Yeah, so I think that's probably another one where if the score gets out of hand in the Bears Lions game,
Yeah.
maybe you pull one of Steen or Fred Johnson. It's
I tell you
probably
what,
Steen.
if Cameron Williams is on the field, Sam Howell has to be the quarterback. That's how I feel. I'm serious.
You could
I'm
just
serious.
You could just bootleg Tanner on every play, away from.
I mean, I don't trust that.
As a clue to what they'll do, just looking at last year, and I know it's different because
Yeah.
it really didn't mean anything last year. They managed to get through that game last year playing only 34 players, which is remarkable,
Yeah.
including specialists. They had 11 inactives, and they had 10 players who dressed and didn't play at all. That's 21 guys. 2 of the 21 who didn't play were backup quarterbacks, so forget them. But that's 19 starters that they were able to completely rest. The only starters who played in the game at all were Jahan Dotson. He played the whole game. Dallas Goedert, who was coming back from IR and
So he
wasn't going to play at all.
So I apologize.
He
I didn't talk
played.
about
He
this.
played 13 snaps.
I was
he played
shocked
in the
at how much
first
he
round.
played when I went back and watched
Yeah,
the Tanner McKee drop.
my first question when
Just
when Fran texted me
13
about
snaps,
it.
but yeah, I think they just wanted to get him work because otherwise he was going to
Yeah.
come off of not playing at all. He
Right.
was on
So my
IR for
instinct was
4
right.
weeks.
I looked it up wrong.
And then the last player who was a starter who played was Jalix Hunt, who played 18 snaps. So, yeah, that was it. The other starters they were able to rest, but they had depth at
Right.
D end and D tackle. They were able to,
Milton Williams played on the edge. Right.
little bit, and then they were able to elevate Charles Harris, who played 41 snaps.
Yeah.
They were able to get 46 snaps from Bryce Huff. I mean, these are guys who obviously didn't play at all in the playoffs. So to be able to get those snaps, they don't have those numbers this year. They just don't have edge rushers on the
Yeah.
team. So I think Jahad Campbell is going to play on the edge. I don't see how they can get through the game without that.
They release AJ Dillon and they activate
Patrick Johnson.
Yeah.
Patrick Johnson comes
Right.
up.
That's
Yeah.
I
that's
think
the
they
only
have
other
to do
answer.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like. I like the idea of Jahad Campbell playing off-ball linebacker because I think he could use the reps. I don't think playing him on the edge really benefits anybody.
Yeah, maybe you're right, especially because Vic explicitly said
Yeah.
that playing on the edge stunted his
Yeah.
development a
Right.
little bit
Yeah, I don't
at inside linebacker.
And there is a chance he
I don't
has to
think they
play him a
should.
lot.
I think they should have.
Because you
should
think
do
that
the
they might
Dylan-
need him at inside linebacker in the playoffs?
Yeah,
like, is that the idea?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
N'Kobe, you don't know
Yes.
about
No.
N'Kobe. Right.
I think they. I
Yeah, last year,
they
Oren
know, they
Burks-
know way more about what's going on with these guys, but the Cameron Williams thing, I'm still baffled by. I think they could have. You bring up Patrick Johnson, he takes that spot. You bring up Brandon Johnson, and he takes AJ Dillon's spot, and then you bring up Jake Majors, to be the game.
Well,
day backup.
here's the issue with the bringing up guys, right? They put Charlie Hewlett on the practice squad,
Yeah.
so
Have to
that
activate
wastes an elevation. Like they're only allowed to elevate two guys. One of them's going to be Charlie Hewlett. I think they have to elevate Brandon Johnson to start at safety because they don't have a fourth safety.
At safety. Okay.
Sidney Brown. Well, 'cause that's where he's been playing
Sure,
at the
yeah.
ends
End of
of games
games.
in garbage time. Brandon Johnson and Sidney Brown have to start at safety. And then you've got Bennett, Ringo, and Carter to start.
Right.
We talked
Do we
before
know
the
what-
show. We disagreed about Mac McWilliams. I don't think they want Mac McWilliams on the field.
He's got to play.
He has to play.
has to play.
Last year, Eli Ricks, who we were talking about earlier, dressed and hardly played at all in that game. He played like the last drive or something like that. So I think that's Mac McWilliams this year. I think he's going to dress, but he's not going to be part of the starting lineup.
Do we know anything about Michael Carter? Is he okay? He's good to play?
He seems fine
After
to play,
whatever
yeah.
happened? Okay.
Yeah.
It was like a personal issue
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
It wasn't injury related, right?
I do not believe so. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Going back to the Jahan Campbell thing, I don't see playing him on the edge as a logical thing to do.
Is it? So they have to bring up Patrick Johnson.
Yeah.
Unless BG is just going to play.
But BG can play. He can
Right.
give you 15 snaps.
Yeah,
They
but
can't
you
be
don't wanna
playing
play
him
him.
50 snaps.
No
Yeah.
question.
Yeah. A quick one on the offensive line.
Okay.
Like since we're nitpicking some of these potential decisions, like
Willie Lampkin.
I don't love Fred Johnson having to move to left tackle for this week. I think Lane is not a guarantee to be back for the playoffs. I don't think flipping.
Yeah,
him
but
to the
he's
other
gotten
side
all
of the
those
line-
reps at right tackle.
Yeah, but
It's
still
not
just to
like-
mess with it for a week going into the playoffs. If you look at him as a starter, you wouldn't do it. It's only if you're sure that Lane Johnson's coming back, and I don't know if we can be sure about
You
that.
could just have Pryor play left tackle. I know he's not as comfortable there,
so,
but
but I don't think that's what's going to
can-
happen. I think
Yeah.
Fred's going to play left tackle.
remember beginning of the year that game where Lane got hurt. Matt Pryor came
Yeah.
in for him because
right.
Stoutland's they said Pryor was the right tackle and Fred Johnson was the left tackle.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they'll do it that way. But
I think Fred's going to play left, and I don't like
how many turkeys on Lane being the starting right tackle for the first playoff
It's
game?
a reasonable question.
fewer and fewer.
Because they keep saying he's going to
Yeah.
practice and he
And
hasn't
Fred
practiced.
can't play this week. If that's like up in
don't
the
have-
air.
Then you have
That's
to
where
start. But
that's where Cameron
Cameron
Williams
Williams
comes
has to
in.
play.
But
Steve's gonna play,
I think
yeah.
that Fred's going to play. I think he's going to play at left tackle.
It is possible
mean-
to play in Week 18 and then play in the playoffs. There are going to be
Yeah, but
teams
what-
that do
I-
it
yeah, I'm saying
with the
more
entire
about, like,
team.
flipping
So
him
let's
onto
not
the
go
other
crazy
side,
with
like
this.
playing-
We were
playing
debating
Fred on
whether
the
the
left.
starter should play. Like you can have one guy play. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know.
I don't have an issue with Fred playing. I understand why he's going to play, but on the left side, that makes me nervous. I would still put Lane at probably 60 turkeys, but again, fewer and fewer.
That's a lot lower than I was
Yeah.
hoping to hear.
Are you guys higher than me?
No, I mean, yeah, I might have said 65.
And the
but-
real thing that I think is important to put out with the Lane stuff is he's playing through a serious injury. Even if when he comes
Yeah.
back, it's not a guarantee it's going to be Lane Johnson like we know him to at the level we expect him to play. So
Right, and it could
It's
also
an
be a
unknown.
re-injure. you know,
right,
like,
it
yeah.
is objectively an unknown when he
Very
comes back.
similar to going into the 2022 playoffs. Lane
Yeah.
was injured and he came back and he was talking about how they put Dexter Lawrence Dexter Lawrence was bull rushing him.
Yeah. No, I mean his toughness is unquestioned. If he can play, he will. But that doesn't we've seen it with Landon this year. Sometimes those guys are far from 100%.
All right, some super chats to get to before we head to Lindsay time and Swooper. We've got Rich Bobby, who says in 2017, a sports writer you have been reading for a while, and a Bubble Ball MVP will encourage you to listen to their bird pun heavy podcast. It's very important that you do. Great seeing you guys.
It was great to see
Great
Rich.
to see Rich
Great to
Bobby
see
there.
Rich.
I was
Nice.
really sad I
Fantastic.
didn't get to
Chickies.
see Rich.
Oh,
If you got there.
You
Well, Julie.
get it.
Wow.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Throwing his wife.
was
under
The
Joke.
first words he said
was
when
a
he got there. Yeah,
No, I
Julia, so-
texted you guys to let you know. Julie, it wasn't her fault that the train got in late. It wasn't her fault at all. She knows what time it is.
Wow.
Shows
It
violence.
was great to see. It was great to see Julia as well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
We talked. She and I talked about you. How often you throw her under the bus on the show. Yeah.
Shout out to Julia.
Very fun event. It was nice.
Yeah, it was great.
Wawa Psalms says Deniz only likes football, but he loves economics.
Ooh, I'm going to share an off-the-record conversation.
I think you might want to, if you switch two of the words in that sentence, it would be true.
I'm going to share an off-the-record conversation. Do you want me to do it now or in... Oh, I'll just share it. A certain media member said that Deniz might be the best person in content, in Eagles content.
I know who
Do
it
we
wasn't.
guess who the person is?
You can guess if you want, yeah.
ESP.
It was ESP. Yeah.
Yeah, ESP shouted me out this week. I appreciate it.
He said
He
you
read
had the
my
best
he read
content.
my playoff scenarios chart wrong as he was shouting me out, but that's okay. That's
well.
okay. He'll get it right next time.
We'll find out in Lindsay time. I would have guessed. I actually would have guessed ESP, but
I mean, saying somebody's the best person in content is a pretty ESP.
Yes, that's what got me there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's yeah, I'm honored.
I'm gonna guess Jalen. No, I don't know.
Jalen Hurts. Deniz is the.
What do you
best
guys
guy in
think about
content.
both Patullo and Jalen answering the play clock questions that were asked this week with, well, we don't get delay of game penalties?
I think that was probably something they got prepped to say.
I was just going
Yeah.
to say, that's clearly
sounds very
something they were
comfortable.
prepped to say, right?
What-
It's like, your guys are going to get asked about 2 seconds on the play clock.
The dissonance is that Nick Sirianni has been pretty clear that like they need to be better about it.
Not just
Right.
Nick
They have been
Sirianni, like
talking about
multiple
trying-
players have
Right.
been talking about
Yeah.
it.
So-
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's convenient. I think they are good at avoiding the delay of game penalties, but there's
that's- yeah,
other
that's-
Yeah, but,
consequences
I
to what
mean-
they're
Right,
doing.
exactly. That's exactly right. There are.
Yeah, I
other
mean, they're calling
consequences to it.
timeouts. They're like, not changing plays at the line in time.
They actually do get a decent amount of delay of game penalties because of all those like cowards, let's draw them offside situations.
right, but that's not.
CDP. How lucky are us Eagles fans that we get to see how creative the coaching staff can be when they aren't getting dragged down by Super Bowl MVP Jalen Hurts. There you go.
I am curious to see what the offense looks like this
It's
week.
going to be very interesting.
Tanner McKee's going to be running for his life with Cam Williams at left tackle.
I don't think
Is there
that's-
going to
that's
be
crazy.
a WIP like segment on should Tanner McKee start in the playoffs? Like,
No, I don't think it'll get that.
It's
I don't
not gonna
think
get
it'll
that
there.
Oh,
extreme.
I think it'll get that
I
far.
know because he's playing with he's throwing passes to Darius Cooper and to if it were a situation where Tanner was thrown in with the ones,
Yeah.
I think that yes, then those conversations would happen. But yeah, I don't think it's going to happen this week.
Shots at your boy. Are you having connectivity issues over there?
I know. I keep getting.
Yeah,
I know
It
it's
keeps
doing it to me
begging me
too.
to-
I don't know what's going on.
One other thing I wanted to. Well, there's two things. Jordan Davis got the Good Guy Award in the locker room today.
Ah,
I think it's called the Stand Up Guy because we changed the name because we didn't want to declare somebody a good
yeah,
guy.
but
and
stand
have
up
it-
guy doesn't. It's just the same thing.
I mean, it's a little bit.
What did it used to
more-
be? The good guy?
The Good Guy Award, which is just somebody for the listeners. Like we give it to a player, we vote on it, and the winner is we vote for the most media friendly player on the team.
It was
Whoever-
Mylotta last year?
It was Mylotta last year.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole really in-depth conversation I like to have about.
This is the thing where Zach got like the Phallic trophy? Okay.
Jordan Mailata was given a phallic trophy.
Okay,
I don't
that's
remember
right.
who gave it, but
I don't think he was given it.
no, he wasn't.
No.
Zach replaced it with.
That's
a
right.
Oh,
certificate.
yeah, he
Yeah, you
ordered
got a new
it, and
trophy,
then he
that's
was
all.
And
too
then
phallic.
we
yeah.
signed it. We all signed it today.
Wait, what? Okay.
You signed it.
Yeah.
You signed what is it?
We
Like a
signed it.
plaque?
What is
It's
it,
like
a yearbook?
It's like a certificate. Yeah, we
Wait,
all
what?
signed it. I was like,
Why?
Oh,
I shouldn't have brought that up.
Is this something that only? Wait,
my
is this like
God, I
is this
hate
like
that.
like a Philly thing, or is this like something other teams do?
well,
Well,
this is the
there
thing that
is-
famously has been done like around the league and
Okay.
other places, and it wasn't done. in
Wasn't done
Philadelphia
here. Okay, got it.
until last year, and I still don't like it. Like,
I don't. Yeah, it's a little weird.
but anyway.
I kind of.
There have to be some media members who think that this is a really bad thing. right?
Oh, yeah.
I would not just Bo. I
Not
can
to
think of
name
I can think
names,
of
but
I can
yes.
think of a few who must
Yeah,
really
that
hate
are
this.
not fans of it. But
And they still signed it, or were there any protests, no sign people? You don't have to name names.
I won't name names, but you guys will all know who I'm referencing. There was someone who signed it, and then when they signed it, I'm like, all right, fine, I kind of have to sign it if he's going to sign it.
Okay, wow,
Like, if he thinks that it's okay to sign it, then I'm probably in the clear.
wow.
I will reveal my votes if you guys want to hear them.
okay,
Do you want to guess them, or you want me to
Go
just say
Family Feud.
I'm gonna guess you voted for
my first place vote was It's
So
going
it's
to
the
surprise
first
you.
place, second place, third place.
Yep.
So I
What's the
I'm trying
scoring
to remember
system?
my votes.
3
I don't
points,
even.
2
I
points,
remember
one
who I
point?
voted for.
Yeah,
I remember who
Okay.
my number 1 vote was. I don't remember my 2 and 3. I think, but
My first one's going to surprise you. Isaiah.
it's not.
AJ Brown, number
I
1.
was gonna say AJ Brown.
AJ
Yeah.
Brown was my number 1.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I appreciate that he's been available at times this season when I've seen enough players like kind of shy away from addressing things.
Yes. But AJ
and
hasn't talked in 4 weeks.
I know that's the ultimate.
What is that
counterpoint.
about? What
Yeah.
is that about? I was going to ask you guys about that. Why hasn't he talked?
I wish I could ask him.
Okay. Interesting.
I
But-
thought AJ should have won last year.
Yeah, I voted for him last year as well.
Yeah, and I
So
I
I'm-
have always said that he is the most approachable superstar I've ever covered. He is.
Saquon's up there too, but I agree.
Saquon is less so. Saquon has his scheduled day to talk.
So that is so. Saquon was a favorite among other media members. He was not in my top 3, and it is solely because I'm here with you guys. Saquon is a late Friday talker, so I never hear from him.
I appreciate that Saquon has a lot of demands on his time.
Sure.
But I think to me, the conceit of this award should be someone who you can go up to at any time and they will talk to you.
Yeah.
And if
AJ
a guy has like a
categorizes
one
that.
time they're talking, it's even if they're answering tough questions, it's a little bit less so to me.
So that's why I voted AJ number 1. I do listen. It's been a tough month for that vote, but
Yeah.
I think there have been times this season where he could have either put it off till Friday or not talked at all, and he's always been at his locker. Well,
I
used to always
voted
be at his
Zach
locker.
Bond number 1.
He was my number 3.
He's a great player. You can talk to him at any time about anything. He's game and he's insightful.
Yeah. And then Jordan Davis was my 3rd.
Okay. I don't remember my other votes.
Yeah. Some people use the votes as like strategic, like they want to
Sure.
they want somebody to win so that they can curry favor with
Of
them.
course.
Or peer pressure them into
Yeah,
being,
this is a whole. I mean, you could do a
Why?
whole.
It's
You
nice
could do
to
a
us.
whole
It's crazy.
whole class professor
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah. I mean, that's-
incentives of.
And
this,
that's part
this
of the
voting
and
block.
that's part of the issue with this award.
It's
Like
ridiculous.
that's part of why it probably shouldn't exist.
Well, I think Jordan Davis was a deserving recipient. He's been very accessible this
Sure.
year. He's been like a reliable narrator, which is a phrase somebody told me you like today, Bo. So,
Okay.
I wonder who said that.
so yeah.
I
no,
like the
think he's
idea
deserving.
in abstract of letting the players know that we appreciate their time, and that's nice. But yeah, I feel like the singling out and the incentives of it, it's like, I don't know, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, last year Mailata won because he was in charge of the PA and kept us in the locker room.
That is a little bit, yeah. He won for other reasons, though.
Yeah.
He's very accessible. He probably would have won again this year.
Jordan didn't make Pro Bowl, and this is the next best thing.
You think he would trade that?
Yeah.
Are they still giving out the Ed Block Courage Award? Who was it that you?
that's
Joe
what
Walker.
Oh, Joe
Of course,
Walker. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Is that still a thing?
Rebounded from being unfrozen after being a caveman.
Next year's Ed Block will be Tanner McKee after playing behind Cam Williams in Week 18.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Calling it now.
Poor guy's getting crushed.
Last thing, just from today, like newsy things. Britton Covey was walking around the locker room with like a big ice pack on his ankle.
Oh God.
So, like, I don't know what that means for his status. It's just something to keep in mind. The injury
He's the
report will be
third
out
receiver.
tomorrow.
Because
Because he got hit. He got hit on that return. That one
Yeah.
return.
No, I think it happened at practice.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think it's something new. Now,
Really?
I don't know if it's like serious enough that he's not going to play, but if he does pop up on the injury report, that's probably why.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody ready for Swooper?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'm going to
Now-
take my jacket off.
Listen, we appreciate
I was wondering why you had it
everything.
on.
Just, you know.
that the professor does
Listen, I
to
had
make
to.
Swooper happen.
By the way, please check my social media for full. We didn't have time to get on in this show because it's an Eagles show, but full NFC and AFC playoff scenarios. Those take time to do, Bo. They're absolutely correct. The number of rows are as little as possible, easy to read as possible. Please, if you're interested in the playoff scenarios, check those out. That ate into my time a little bit. New Year's party, traveling back and forth to DC multiple times, the meetup with you guys.
Storming the Capitol.
No, did not storm the Capitol.
Speaking of that, I have a fact about myself I need to tell you guys. This is
Okay.
not what you think.
Speaking of that,
My wife and I, our dating anniversary, January 6th.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Very exciting.
It's the day that New Mexico and Arizona became a state. because my father-in-law gave us a glass of champagne when we got to the party, and he said, we're celebrating January 6th. And I was like, that is not his politics at all. And I was like, there has to be some sort of inside thing on this. Apparently it was a sparkling wine from New Mexico. And it had like the history of New Mexico on it. And they were apparently became a state on January 6th. All right.
Okay. So yes, the professor has been busy, which means that he wasn't able to get to last week's Swooper scoring.
I have it all annotated. I
But
just
that's
didn't
okay.
score it.
We forgive him. It's the New Year's. We're going to give him a glass of champagne anyway. I had Brandon Graham records at least a half sack, and that meant that I also acquired the jolly old St. Nick Cole. Did not happen. The Eagles' defense allows fewer than 120 rushing yards. They allowed 120 rushing yards on the dot. Unbelievable loss for me. Jackson Hawes gets a first down, touchdown, or 2-point conversion. By the way, I will say, Professor, this is the first time in 5 years of Swooper, 5 years of Swooper, that I noticed a couple typos.
Oh, there are usually a couple of typos, and some people always point them out. But yeah,
Because it wasn't rushing yards, it was just yards, I think.
Yes, and he also wrote first town.
First downs.
hey, listen. I'm sure that caused a lot of confusion.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Danish just like
If I were more familiar with football, I would know that it's called a first
exactly.
down and
He
not a
likes
first down.
And I had the Eagles win, so I got one. EJ, record for longest field goal in NFL history is broken this week. Did not happen. And the Eagles' offensive lineman is targeted on a pass. Did not happen. Saquon Barkley runs for more yards after contact than James Cook. What was the number?
It was 52 to 51, right?
52 to 51.
In
in favor of
James
T.
Cook.
Yeah.
Wow. Missed it by one. What lines this week? The Eagles avoid going 3 and out in a game for the first time this season.
I get to keep it, though. I get to keep it.
Not only the very first drive, but 5 times 3 and out. You get to keep it. Yeah.
Actually, you get to KO this item until it hits, according to the
Wow, a lot
text.
of typos. I should use spell check next time.
Saquon Barkley has a rush of at least 12 yards, and Jalen Hurts completes a pass of at least 25 yards. That did hit. Saquon Barkley has more than 100 rushing yards. Did not happen. The Eagles remain mathematically alive for the 2 seed going into Week 18. That did happen. So EJ had 2 hits. Fran, Jordan Davis either sacks or tackles Josh Allen. Happened on what? The final play of the game?
It was one of the last plays.
One of the last plays of the game. You got it. None or all of the following things happened. Darius Slay posts about the matchup. No.
Good.
Spencer or Jackson Hawes, more snaps than his age. Didn't happen, even though it happened the week before. Jordan Poyer, more tackles than Matthew Tucker career catches. This seemed like a cinch, but Jordan Poyer did not
Inactive,
play
yeah.
in the game. Inactive. Broadcast mentions Deion Dawkins went to Temple. Didn't happen.
How did
Brandon
that not
Cooks tackled by an Eagles safety. Did happen.
Literally happened 2 plays before the Jordan Davis play.
Yes. So finally happened. So you
Did it not happen on the long one with
No,
with
it was
Epps?
Cooper
No,
DeJean
it was
got
Cooper
him.
DeJean tackle.
Oh, interesting.
So you
Okay.
didn't get that. Then you had Josh Allen has a higher dropback success rate than Jalen Hurts. You did get that. And the Eagles go 100% in goal-to-go situations. That did happen. Fran getting the W, going up to 4 1/3. He's a 1.5 back of both me and EJ at
We got
5 and 5/6. This is the regular season finale. Next week, it's worth 2 points, and every week they make it further in the playoffs. It goes up a point. So here we go. Everybody's just
Man, the strategy of
getting ready.
saving turkeys for the 2-pointer today is going to be fascinating to follow. Just saying.
As we get to it, you'll see on the screen.
Where's the abacus?
EJ has 18 turkeys.
I mean, I don't have it. I'm sorry.
with which to bid. I have
there?
26,
Want me to get it for you?
and
You
Fran
want? Yeah, sorry.
has 31.
Lindsay, I slacked you something. Did you see?
Oh,
I don't know if you can do anything with it, but
what is this?
oh, you did. Okay. Yeah, let's do it now. Just get it out of the way, just because it's funny. We're sitting here and I'm like looking.
I
I'm
leave-
like, why does that look familiar? I'm like, wait a
I
minute. I
leave
just
for-
saw Good Will Hunting last week on TV.
I leave to get EJ's abacus for 10 seconds, and this is what I get.
EJ, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault, DJ.
It's not your fault, EJ.
Oh man, this is where we find out EJ's never seen the movie.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen Good Will Hunting.
Oh, come on, man.
There has been a Dead Poets Society reference on the show before. You'll remember. The Turkish translation of Dead Poets
that's
Society.
right.
97 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll watch it.
Okay.
Had you ever heard of the
don't
movie?
put all your baskets in the Rotten Tomatoes.
No, I'm just saying, like, I wanted
All
to
your
see
baskets.
how beloved the movie is. It's clearly.
It's pretty beloved. Probably more than it should
How
be.
about think for yourself?
I
Don't be a
haven't
sheep.
seen the
Be
movie.
your own man.
Be your own man.
I will watch it.
By the way, Bo is the one who said be your own man. I said, oh, you should do this, EJ. I was like suggesting something. Bo was like, be your own man. A few weeks later, you're like, oh, as Deniz likes to tell me, be your own man. I didn't say
I
be
thought
your
it was
own man.
you.
Bo said be your own
Bo
man.
said be your own man.
Okay.
Yeah.
About
I
what?
apologize.
About doing work for Deniz.
Oh yeah, it was.
Because I was like, oh,
you.
yeah.
Time to go ask around in the locker room.
All right.
Can't be helping Dana's like that.
Fran, you get to go first this week.
Oh, I am. Oh, beautiful.
Fran, EJ, Bo, Professor.
All right, first one. Josh Johnson throws for fewer than 150 yards. We're going to start the bidding at 3.
Three going once.
4.
4 going once.
5.
5 going once. 5 going twice. Sold for 5.
Goodbye.
Josh Johnson at the link in January. Good memories.
Yeah. All right. You just said it was me. Second,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
My first entry, an Eagles running back finishes with a total number of rushing yards that exceeds the percentage of possession Aston Villa records against Nottingham Forest on Saturday.
Jesus Christ.
What is this?
About what percent possession have they been averaging?
They average about 51, 52% possession.
So any Eagles running back rushes for more yards than that.
Yeah, rushes for over 52-ish
Okay.
yards. But, you know,
And
if
is
you're
there
familiar with
like
the
a
way-
uncontroversial source of possession stats?
I usually would use a website that I will share with you guys. It's called FOTMob.
Sounds legit.
I've
Never seen Good Will Hunting, but I love Hot
Hey, EJ, post FOT.
Now, you guys might need to account for like what type of style Nottingham Forest play. Maybe
I was gonna
they-
think like Opta. Like, isn't Opta like the main?
Opta is. I don't.
Yeah.
I think you have to pay for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Not for possession though.
I mean, possession
For, like,
is pretty
advanced stats you do.
standardized. I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah, maybe.
we will find an official possession stat.
Okay.
I'm going to start the bidding at 3,
4.
5,
5 going once.
6.
You can
6.
have it for 6. Fran wants nothing to do with this.
Sold for 6.
Okay. All right. Item number 3. Sidney Brown commits a penalty. Now, this item will count double if Sidney Brown commits a penalty on multiple phases. So if he commits a penalty on defense and special teams or offense, this will count as 2 points.
So 2 different kinds of special teams don't count?
No, it has to be, yes.
Okay.
Defense and special teams.
The most it could be is 3.
Yes. And I will clarify, offsetting penalties do count. Last week he had an offsetting penalty, which for whatever reason doesn't count on the official, but it does count for this.
Last year, was it week 18 when he got in a fight in the tunnel and got the
was,
My pen went in the
did
water.
he got ejected, right?
He did.
Yeah.
For fighting. Can you think of a more chaotic player than Sidney Brown? I mean,
I
Andrew
think he
Sendejo-
has surpassed
Yeah.
Andrew Sendejo.
Really?
I really do. I think if
Andrew
he was on the
Sendejo-
field as much as Sendejo,
It was actually week 17 that he got.
Yeah.
Sendejo was like chaotic because he was trying to kill people, but like I feel like Sidney Brown is also just kind of like almost like clumsy out there sometimes. Like he fell
And
on the guy's knees
as
last week.
I skeeted earlier this week,
No.
this is a matchup between the
That is
two,
still what they're using on Blue Sky.
the
That's
two
still what they're
special
calling it.
teams penalty committers across the league are featured in this game. Sidney Brown and Tyler Owens. From
I didn't even hear what you said. I'm just rattled.
Eagles have had as many ejections this year as last year. 2 each year.
I will start the bidding at 5.
6.
6 going once.
7.
I mean, if the refs are going to show up to this game,
Yeah, it's like
this is like a
It's a Sidney Brown
guarantee. Yeah,
start.
unless they forget their flags. 7 going once. 7 going twice. 8 going once.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
8 going twice.
Go ahead, you have it.
Yeah.
Soul to bow. All right, my first item, item 4. This is going to be a reverse touch auction where you yell Swooper out.
36.
Last year, the Eagles got through this game playing 34 players. So the item is the Eagles play, I made it a little higher. The Eagles play 36 or fewer players in the game. Again, last year they dressed 44 and played 34. You're allowed to dress up to 48 plus an emergency quarterback, and they did not do that. This year they probably will dress the full amount, I'm guessing, just in case or whatever, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. So that's the item. All right. I'm going to count up. You guys are going to say Swooper out. Ready? 36 or fewer players. 1,
Swooper out.
2, 3,
Swooper
4.
Okay.
Okay, so Fran gets it for 4.
I feel like the possibility that they will have their initial like starters and then have a sea change if things get out of hand with the Bears-Lions game made me a little bit nervous.
I was wondering if it'd be the other way around. Like if they would have people on reserve to come in.
And like bring on the.
I think
the
that's
starters.
That's weirder though, right?
Yeah, I think that's you would think more risk of injury, like trying to go 100%.
Oh,
after
like
having sat
not
and cold.
like
Yeah.
not be ready to go and then
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Like I think if Brandon Graham has to play in this game,
He plays the
I think
first
they
quarter.
front load his snaps in the first quarter or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Okay.
All right, Fran's
My next one.
item number 5.
The Eagles rushed for at least 200 yards in the game. They ran for just under that in week 16 against this team. 1 second. I had the number and then I lost it. They ran for 207 back in week 16 against the Commanders. Can they get over the 200-yard mark again? We will start the bidding at 3.
Three going once. 3 going twice. Soul to Fran for 3 as he continues to bet on the Eagles offense.
That
It's
is
been a
good
theme
value.
throughout
Good
the
value.
season.
I'll take it for 3.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone higher than that.
I'm about to say I didn't want it for 4.
Yep.
Yeah, it was good. That was good bidding by you.
Washington, it seems like they're going to play players, maybe not fully, but
They will be playing players.
they had Daron Payne. Well, no, I mean, they're
Yeah, I know what you
starters.
mean,
Like, they had Daron Payne and Bobby Wagner on the injury report earlier this week, but it seems like they're both going to play. So their defense should be pretty much the regular guys.
All right, my next item. Darius Cooper, this is speaking your language, Bo, leads the Eagles in one of the following: receiving yards, longest catch, receiving touchdowns, or most yards after the catch. He only has to hit one of them, but he's got to overtake the rest of the Eagles' skill players.
Okay.
I'm going to start the bidding at 4.
That's a lot of things, but they're all like very correlated. So 4 going once. 4 going twice.
5.
6.
6 going once. 6 going twice. Sold to EJ. By the way, you mentioned Britton Covey looking like he was injured. If Britton Covey can't play, Jahan Dotson and Darius Cooper are the only wide receivers other than A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
They got Danny Gray.
We talked about elevation
Yeah,
issues.
they can't do it. Yeah, they're just gonna
They have a
play.
bunch of guys. They have Quez Watkins, Danny Gray, Terrace Marshall.
But they
like,
can. But the thing that they have guys who they can play. They can play Calcaterra, Granson, and Latu.
They can just play. They can just play 12 and 13 the whole game.
Yes.
Do they dare risk Latu is the thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. You might need to
What are we
just
doing here?
you might need to have Latu.
If
in
A.J.
action.
Dillon doesn't carry the ball like 25 times in the game, like,
or get
And he
cut,
won't.
it has to be one
or
or the
get
other.
cut, right? Exactly right. Yes. Get cut, or he's got to be the bell cow, right?
I think if A.J. Dillon, this is so mean. If A.J. Dillon doesn't get cut, the Eagles deserve to lose in the first round. They don't deserve to go beyond the wild card round of the playoffs. If they're carrying that dead weight, well,
was making
I mean,
sense.
come on. All right, over to you, Dave. Oh, no, that was you. All right, next up for
Track
me.
of the order, Bo. What are you doing?
You can't. You don't swing.
You see how I was all I excitedly look at the chat like, oh, they're gonna love that. Got him.
Item number 7.
The chat's feeling sorry for A.J. Dillon.
An Eagle scores his first touchdown of the season. So, a big play from 2 weeks ago when Tank Bigsby got into the end zone, so that takes him off the mark here. But any Eagle scores his or her or their first touchdown of the season, I will start the bidding.
Does that include
Passing touchdown does not count.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, they have to be the one who scores the touchdown. I'll start the bidding at 4.
4 going once. 4 going twice. Sold to Bo for 4. I'm surprised you guys didn't. So many,
So I get-
so
you
many
get
players
Darius
playing in this
Cooper,
game who hadn't
you
been
get
playing.
Lil
Kyle and
Shipley,
Granson.
Look
You
at the
get Tanner
box score.
McKee. You get
Frank
Does
Calcaterra.
Calcaterra have a
Calcaterra.
touchdown?
You get
Yeah.
Granson.
Oh man.
Freaking internet.
I mean, the Eagles are not going to win this game if like no player scores their first touchdown. It seems. I don't know. Friends looking at me like,
Yeah.
the Eagles aren't going to win a game again.
All right, item number 8, Professor.
That was bad.
Item number 8. So this is going to be a sealed bid, second price auction. So you guys are all going to bid in private. And this is going to something we discussed earlier. You guys had feelings about this, so we'll see how it affects your bidding. The item is Jahad Campbell plays at least 5 snaps as an edge defender, meaning with 2 other inside linebackers on the field. Not like, he's just making it a 5-man line or whatever. So that is the item. Sealed bid, second price auction, which means only the winner pays, but you pay the second highest bid.
Okay.
You guys ready to bid?
I'll slack you, Lindsay.
We talked about how if Patrick Johnson isn't promoted to the 53, they don't really seem to have the numbers there. So
Good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Lindsay, what did EJ say?
3.
3.
3 for EJ.
What did Fran say?
Put it in the chat.
2.
2.
I also said 3. So what do we do now?
Just regular auction. Keep going. Second price rules remain. So if you say 4, you only pay 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyone going to say 4?
4.
You got it.
All right. So EJ gets it for 3.
Don't love that one, but low.
Well,
low cost.
but that's the thing. If Patrick Johnson doesn't, what are you going to do? Only 5 snap. I don't know.
Not risk Jahad Campbell at edge rusher. I don't know.
All right. Fran, item number 9. For those of you listening, EJ has 9 turkeys left. I have 8. Fran has 19.
Tanner McKee throws for more than 185 yards in the game against Washington in Week 18.
How many did he have last year?
There's 2
good
something.
question.
I got it.
Let's check. Yeah.
269.
And I've got the game. So, and the reason why I picked 185 is that's exactly what Jalen Hurts threw for against the Commanders in Week 16.
Ooh, quarterback controversy.
These guys just love stirring dirt.
How are you starting?
I'm going to start the bidding at 3.
4.
5.
6.
94 of those yards were to Jahan Dotson, by far the lead receiver last year.
7.
Apparently 41 is a thing now. You guys heard about this?
4-1. Yeah.
Oh, Everett's totally been doing the 41 thing.
Yeah, 4-1.
41.
We were at after the meetup for Ringer Philly special. We had a nice situation at a booth with me and Fran and our 2 boys, and the Sixers game was on. And the most exciting thing happened that the Grizzlies had exactly 67 points. They both went nuts.
Yeah.
Anytime like a football
Screaming.
score is like 6-7, everyone will go crazy. 6-7.
Do a 6-7 Cam at Nova if they hit like exactly.
Oh, really?
6-7 Cam.
Oh, that's very funny. Right now, you have it at
I have it 7.
7.
Yep.
Okay. Professor?
Going once. Sorry. Going twice. I was like, what? Going twice. Sold for 7 to Fran.
That's a good buy.
It is.
Not as good as your first touchdown buy.
EJ, item number 10.
All right, my final entry. An Eagles defensive back has an interception in the game against the Commanders in Week 18. I'm going to start the bidding at 3.
Three going once. 3 going twice. Sold to EJ.
Goodbye.
2, can you name the Eagles defensive back who had an interception in Week 18 last year?
It wasn't Sidney Brown. Was it?
Yeah, I'm just laughing because it was Sidney Brown. It's very funny that was what your answer
It was Sidney Brown.
It was
It
Sidney
was.
Brown. Yeah.
I said it wasn't Sidney Brown. Was it? Is that the one he returned for a touchdown?
It was not for a
Arizona.
touchdown. No,
That's-
21 yard.
So that's
21
why I said
yard
it wasn't
return.
him, because I was
Yeah.
thinking of that one. I can't remember that pick.
Josh Johnson's thrown 1 interception in the last 4 years.
I mean, how many? Small sample size.
You're right.
How many games
4
has he
years is a
played?
really tight sample.
Well, how many games has he played in 4 years? It's like 4 games.
He has played in.
It's like saying I haven't thrown an interception in 4 years.
Wow.
He's
All
played.
right.
He played
enough.
6 games last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Item number 11. Tanner McKee finishes the regular season as a top 5 quarterback in the NFL in either EPA per dropback or success rate, minimum 1 start. He accomplished this feat last year. This year, the top 5, just so you know. Would you like to guess the top 5 in EPA per dropback?
Right now?
Right now, minimum 1 start on the season.
It's all Brandos.
It's not all randos.
Okay.
But it has to be starts. It's not just like you came in and threw 2
Correct.
passes.
You have to have at least 1 start as a quarterback.
It's not Randos, and is Drake May in there?
Drake May is number 2.
Okay. Matthew Stafford in there?
He is number 7.
Malik Willis?
Number 1.
Malik Willis. Yeah.
Good one. Really good.
What's the deal with Jordan Love, by the way? Is he
I think
like
he got cleared, but he's
definitely
going
going to play in the playoffs? Well, no, they have nothing to play for this week. But
Yeah, no, I think that
Purdy?
they cleared him, but they're not
Purdy's
playing.
number 4.
no.
Jordan Love is number 5. Number 3
It's some backup, right?
is some backup.
Quinn Ewers.
No.
Really?
Is it a backup you like? Is that why you're so excited?
I don't like him. No, but
Okay.
people do like him.
People like
People like him.
People really like him.
ball knowers?
More like, yeah, like, oh, let's
Football
go.
Hipster
Let's go.
Society? Yeah.
Yes.
It's not Herbert.
It's a backup.
Oh, gee, Jameis. Jesus. God, I could have been looking anywhere else but right there.
Jesus.
Could have done that. I was looking anywhere else.
I don't even know who you meant, but it was such a bad rendition of it, too.
I knew it.
Our audio listeners have no idea what you just did. Also.
God.
The audio listeners are very lucky.
Yeah, audio listeners don't come watch this.
Exactly.
We'll start the bidding at 2.
What are we voting on again? What are we bidding on? Oh yeah, the EPA. That's right. Our success rate.
Tanner McKee
Either
finishes
or.
the season as a top 5
Is
quarterback.
Jameis going to be like all over the Super Bowl again this year?
Probably. I'm
Oh,
sure.
it's so annoying. We like literally ran into him when we left the stadium last year. Like we're like all happy celebrating with like Gabe and everybody, and we like literally ran into Jameis and like a big crowd of people around him. Like he was just like, he's everywhere. All right,
We should start the
what are we
video.
doing?
2, 3.
3 going once. 3 going twice.
Yeah, give it to me 4.
You obviously need to win this one.
5.
Yeah, he'll pay whatever for this. I mean, keep going. 5 going once. 5 going twice. Sold for 5. Wow, I'm surprised.
How did I? Never mind.
How did you get left out of this one?
I thought I would be further ahead in my turkey saving.
Get through one life.
It can happen.
without you.
Is it me? No.
It is you.
It is.
Yes.
Last one?
Last
one.
Okay. This is going to be similar to last week, where this is going to be a double item with simultaneous sealed bids, first price. And the 2 items are identical to the ones from last week, except this is going to be the final version of the number 2 seed. So the 2 items are the Eagles win and the Eagles get the number 2 seed. Obviously, they cannot get the number 2 seed without winning, but they can win and not get the number 2 seed. So these are the 2 items. You can borrow from next week. Now it's sealed bid, but you're bidding at the same time for both. So, and then we're going to reveal both. So last week, EJ went crazy with one of the 2, for example.
Oh, that's why I don't have turkeys to save. Yeah,
Right.
great, amazing, way to go.
You did get that item.
I did, but
Yeah.
at what cost? I didn't even win the week.
That's right.
Bad job.
Which is
I
why we were
almost
wondering why you paid 13 for it.
Really wanted to make sure I got
Yeah.
it, but yeah.
So in this, like the difference between this and last week is that this one of these is clearly less valuable than the other, but you might be able to get it for cheap for that reason.
It literally hit me like a ton of bricks. Like as soon as the professor thing came
It's
up,
not-
I was like, oh my god.
It's not exactly the same
Of course it's not exactly
style
the
of
same.
hat.
No,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
But
Just
it just reminded me of it.
Yeah, no, that's good.
All right. Eagles win. What does EJ have?
0.
0.
for AJ.
Interesting. What does Fran have?
I wanted to save.
Put it in the chat. Should be up there. There we go.
5. I will be taking the Eagles win for 8 turkeys.
And you pay what you bid. Yeah, you pay 8.
Exactly 8. So I'm down to 0.
And then the number 2 seed looks like Fran bid 1.
Yep.
EJ?
I did 0 for both.
0
Wow.
for both.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. I'll take this for
It's like a
4.
Zach move. He never bid anything on my items. He was
I
just so
usually bid on
he
your
was so
items,
scared
yeah.
of my items. He's just like there's probably a trick.
Yeah. No, I wanted to save more.
Wait, Bo, did you get that one too?
I did. I
did.
got it for 4, which is
Okay.
a little more than I wanted to pay, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Apologies for not being totally up on Swooper history, but did Zach ever just not bid at all?
Who?
Yeah.
Like, did he
No,
ever
all
go
the time,
like?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, a
no, I
lot.
mean like
Like the whole
came in with 25 turkeys and left with.
Oh,
25.
No.
Yeah,
He
that's
never
what
did that.
Yeah.
But there were like multiple weeks in a row where he just didn't touch my items.
Oh no, I knew that. I was just saying like,
Yeah.
what would happen if somebody was ever just like keeping all my turkeys?
Certainly do that.
Bringing 50 turkeys to the next week.
It kind of feels a little bit against the spirit of the game, though.
Yeah.
It does. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's run this back. EJ is carrying over 6 turkeys, and he has Darius Cooper leads the Eagles in receiving yards or longest catch or most yak or receiving touchdowns, something like that. Jahan Campbell plays at least 5 snaps on the edge with 2 other linebackers on the field, and any Eagles defensive back has an interception. I am down 4 turkeys heading into next week. Questionable result for me, but I have any running back on the Eagles runs for more yards than Aston Villa's possession number against Nottingham Forest.
Check out,
footjob.com.
No. Check out EJ Skeet for that one later.
Sidney Brown commits a penalty, and this one counts for 2 if he does it on multiple phases. Any Eagle scores their first touchdown of the season, the Eagles win the game, and the Eagles are the 2 seed. Fran, Josh Johnson throws for fewer than 150 yards. 36 or fewer players play in this game for the Eagles. The Eagles run for over 200 rushing yards. Tanner McKee throws for at least 185 yards. And Tanner McKee finishes the regular season top 5 in EPA per dropback or success rate, minimum 1 start. Carries over 7 turkeys.
I really wanted that last one because I felt like that helped negate an Eagle scores his first touchdown. I couldn't let you have both of those.
The McKee one?
Yeah, because I was like, all right, if he has a big day and throws a bunch of touchdowns, one of those guys, it's going to be someone's first touchdown. So I wanted something to counterbalance that.
Okay.
Is anyone else as excited as I am that the NFC South could come down to Falcons Saints on Sunday?
I know you were
like
very
2
They'll do it for
completely
Swooper, so Lindsay can
unrelated
close the
teams playing a game.
Yeah, it's great. But 2 teams that do hate each other. 2 teams that will be playing to try to win that game.
Do either
Generally
of those
speaking.
teams care about the other 2 teams?
Probably not.
That's what's weird, right? They're not rivals with Carolina or Tampa Bay, really, right? Are they? It's weird. It's like imagine if the Eagles were playing Washington and it determined whether Dallas or the Giants won the division. And it's like if the Eagles were playing to benefit Dallas, like that would be so weird. Like fans would want the Eagles to lose then.
Yeah, fans.
Like is there anything like that with these teams?
Well, yeah. If it was Cowboys Giants, I think the Eagles fans would be rooting for the Giants, don't you think?
Yeah, and they would want the Eagles to lose to make the draft pick better also. So it would be pretty easy to be we don't want to win this game. It's so fun. And it's fun the way they set it up so that the Saturday game.
This is one where it's good that they set it up Saturday, Sunday.
I think that's right. Yeah, I think it's better.
Well, it was when I was doing the newsletter this week, my draft newsletter. I was looking at the top 10.
Which, by the way, if you want to subscribe, the professor will deliver them to your house for free.
On my bike. I got my bike ready.
Every day, 5 a.m.
Maybe not that early.
NFL draft rankings.
Bit of a late
Here we
ride.
go.
Well, I was looking, and the Chiefs have the 10th pick in the draft right now. If the draft were today, obviously it is not. So looking at all right, they host the Raiders this week. They're probably going to win that game, so they won't be in the 10th spot. Who could be in there? The Bucs are one of the teams that could be the 10th spot. They also could win the NFC South this week and be have the 18th or 19th pick, or I guess it would be the 19th pick, which is crazy. Huge disparity in that division.
Any other fun scenario nuggets you like this weekend?
I think it's kind of fun that there's a strength of victory situation in the AFC that involves 8 different games playing a role, and so all but 2 games technically have playoff implications. Even the Dallas Giants game has potential playoff implications for the AFC because of the strength of victory.
And what is that for playoff seeding?
It's just for the 5 seed, yeah. Jacksonville, Buffalo, and the Chargers. If they finish in a 3-way tie, it will come down to strength of victory, and it's actually very close between the Chargers and Jacksonville, which one gets it. Now, I don't think those teams care very much about seeding. Harbaugh's already announced that he's going to rest everybody, which is unfortunate because they're playing Denver, and that's basically going to hand Denver the 1 seed.
Right.
And this goes back to something that the owners voted on this last offseason, which was to seed the playoffs by record rather than give the division winners the top 4 seeds. If the Chargers had a chance at a home game, which they would have had if they had voted yes on that proposal, then we might have seen more competitive games. And this is exactly why I was hoping that would pass, because it makes it so that when you're locked into 5 or 6, you don't really care which one you get. By not giving you a path to a home game, they're making it less likely that teams play in the week.
And the Rams
in week 18.
would be the 4 seed.
Yeah, absolutely. And then they'd be playing to try to stay there. And now they might
And the Eagles, and then the 2 seed, you would get the NFC South team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what we talked about last year, how unfair it was to the Eagles, who were the 2 seed last year, had to play the Packers, who were clearly a better team than Tampa Bay. Washington, by not winning the division, got to play an easier game in the first round. So, but I don't know. I'm glad it was proposed and voted on, because it means that if you have a few more of these
at
years
some
where the
point,
4 seed
potentially,
just sucks, like, and we were going to have one this year in both conferences, maybe eventually it'll pass.
Okay. Good stuff. Thanks, everybody.
I have something for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You guys New Year's resolutions.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Lindsay has given us New Year's resolutions.
Aren't you supposed to make your own New Year's resolutions? Can you give other people New Year's?
Charge here.
Okay, yeah, well, we know that.
Can I guess what Deniz's is? Send his Swooper submissions a night early.
Wrong person.
Oh.
I got this idea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, EJ's New Year's
Swooper
resolution.
items
Submit
earlier.
Swooper
How
items
how
earlier.
late was it today?
It was like 11:30. It might have been a little later. Honestly, it was bad.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, no. I'm scared for what
I
what's
know.
mine gonna
I
be?
am,
Mine's not
I
that
am
bad,
terrified.
Trademark a film breakdown name.
That's so much nicer than mine.
Be nicer. I will take that to heart. Thank you, Lindsay.
Deniz's is show more respect to
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley.
I don't hear any of the, like, Saquon was the reason for winning the Super Bowl last year. People talking this year, by the way. I'm just going to say. They haven't exactly been lining up to apologize to me, but all the people who said it was because of Saquon,
I am.
all those people are saying Saquon's the same this year. If he's the same and he was the reason, how come the run game's
Run
not the
game.
same?
Well, the run game was. That's I guess the big
But that's
thing
the
is
whole
run
point.
Game.
That's
Yes,
the whole
yes,
point.
yes, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I am quivering in my boots right now.
It's gonna be
many
nice. It's gonna be nice.
Show
There
EJ
you go.
love more often for
Thank you,
Bo.
Lindsay.
I feel like I show you love all the time. What's not to love?
I didn't want to do like stop bullying EJ.
Lindsay's new here.
That's his style, though. It's a lot of bullying and a lot of love.
It's like loving
Like, I don't think
bullying.
it's the more love that's the problem. It's the, well.
I love you.
I love you too. Bo texted
Everybody
me.
knows that.
He texted me something. Was it yesterday? I think it was. You texted me something about work, and then you followed it up with "Happy New Year, XOXO."
I got an XOXO.
Yeah, I sent Fran an XOXO yesterday, too.
Yep.
I didn't get anything.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
no,
Maybe you need to show Lindsay.
I
more
didn't
love.
either.
I feel like I don't think I can send you an XOXO.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. HR has already been called once today.
What HR? All right. That's all we got. Thanks
all
for
we
watching
need.
and listening. We will be with you on Sunday to talk about the game, watch along to see if the Eagles are able to squeak out the 2 seed. with
Kelly
Tanner
Green
McKee
game.
at the helm. Is this Kelly Green?
Yeah.
Kelly Green.
Yeah,
it was Kelly Green week.
Tanner
Yeah.
McKee and the Kelly Greens.
Oh man,
Yeah, it'll
I
look
feel
good.
it. Was last year he start? Or no, the game
It was
he came
Dallas
in
was Kelly Green.
It was
all
when he
black.
threw the AJ Brown.
It was all
touchdown.
black in week 18. Yeah.
Remember when AJ Brown tossed Tanner McKee's touchdown ball? in
Yeah,
the stands?
we had the guy
That
on
was
the
the
show.
Kelly Green,
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah,
post
yeah,
game
Oh,
show.
I'm sorry. I should have known that.
That guy was making the rounds after that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
that
we-
was
we
one of
had
my-
first.
It was one of my favorite memories from the season. It was a great season, but it's just funny. Like in the press box, it felt like it happened in slow motion. It's like no.
That's very funny.
That's
a
how
good
you
stuff.
remember 2024. It was
That's
the year.
all I
that-
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, the year AJ Brown.
Nothing
Happy-
else memorable happened.
New Year to everybody out there. We'll talk to you on Sunday, and then it's playoff time. Can't wait. Exciting stuff. We will talk to you. What? That's it? That's the thing you laugh at?
I've been laughing the whole time.
All right. For Lindsay and Julia somewhere, and Fran, and EJ, and Robin Williams, we thank you for watching and listening. We will talk to you on Sunday, and as always, we love you.
We all silly like the mayor.